Italian police raided a quiet cottage in the country's beautiful but troubled south this week, finally getting the jump on a fugitive mafia boss who had always been one step ahead of them for more than a year. It was a timely arrest, just as his clan comes under intense scrutiny in the largest anti-Mafia maxi-trial in more than 30 years. But this is about more than tying up loose ends. It's a story of a man so driven by the politics of the Mafia, he made an alliance with the mobster he hated the most, the rival who murdered his father. The mob reporter here with news of a fractious mob war, an unwieldy trial, and the end of a mobster's run of luck. Let me tell you about it. Let's start at the end, or at least where it ends for the moment. Domenico Cracolici was on the national list of the 100 most dangerous wanted fugitives when he was caught in a nighttime raid in an isolated cottage in the countryside, some 25 miles north of his hometown. It happened overnight on January 29, 2021. This is footage of the police raid. Bad luck for him, but he had had his share of good. He was supposed to have been arrested more than a year ago when police unleashed a massive operation that has been making headlines again this month, but we'll get to that part of the story in a moment. Back on December 19, 2019, police launched Operation Rinascita-Scott, targeting the dominant mafia clan in Vibo Valentia, in the province of Calabria. That would be the powerful Mancuso clan, who are allies of the Cracolici clan, and Domenico was meant to be caught up along with hundreds of others in that dragnet. When they came for Domenico that night, however, he was nowhere to be found. The Cracolici clan controls the territory of these two neighboring towns in the hills of Calabria, Maierito and Filogasso. The family was nicknamed the Palermos by old-timers because apparently the patriarch was banished from Palermo for his bad behavior in the 1960s. Domenico Cracolici is 39 and named as the boss of the clan that bears his family name. Along with his older cousin, Francesco Cracolici, the pair coordinated their activities with other mafia clans, authorities allege. These two weren't always in charge, but both Domenico and Francesco were raised in the family business and took the reins when their fathers were killed in a mafia feud. Alfredo Cracolici in 2002 and Raffaele Cracolici in 2004. After each of their fathers were killed, their respective sons did what was expected of them. They led the fight for revenge. Behind those ambush murders, authorities say, was the Bonavoto clan. But business is business, and with both rival clans having long ties to the more powerful and prominent Mancuso clan, it seems a higher power intervened. Hiding their hatred, if not extinguishing it, the two Cracolici men went to work alongside the Bonavoto clan, which was led by the very person accused of organizing the hits on their fathers, authorities say. Now, we've all probably had beefs with someone at work, but imagine having to go to work alongside the guy that killed your dad. Despite their apparent cooperation, things have not gone well for either of them. Nicola Gratteri made sure of that. Gratteri is a famous anti-Mafia prosecutor in Calabria who has a remarkable record for tackling some of the most powerful and active mobsters in his domain. Gratteri and fellow prosecutors, along with the Carabinieri, which is a federal military police unit, unleashed Operation Rinascita-Scott. That started with a bang in December 2019 with raids around the country, and indeed in other countries, that nabbed more than 350 suspects, including mobsters, politicians, city officials, businessmen, a lawyer, and even a police chief. Domenico was supposed to have been picked up too. Police tried again a few months later in July. Again he evaded them. Domenico was extraordinarily mobile. The search was also hampered by the remoteness of the territory and the influence the clan had over it. Police described the hunt as exhausting. Quite possibly aided by the inordinate number of cooperating witnesses from the December arrests, authorities picked up a fresh scent that significantly narrowed their search. Within hours of finding out where he was sleeping, the Carabinieri's feared Cacciatore squad moved in. Now, while most of us probably associate cacciatore with a delicious Italian dish, the word actually means hunter in Italian, and this time they caught their prey. Domenico was surprised in his sleep and arrested without incident. At least he remained free long enough to enjoy the arrest of the man accused in the killing of his father, his ally, whom he reportedly hated, also named Domenico Bonavota, who was the head of his family's clan. This is footage of Bonavoto's arrest in August 2020, also by the cacciatore. He was a guest at a house in Sant'Onofrio. That means he never left his clan's territory despite facing a life sentence. That's typical of mafia bosses. Both of these young bosses may soon meet again, inside the cages built for the 350 or so prisoners who are all facing the maxi-trial of the Rinascita-Scott probe. That trial started this month, and there are so many mobsters on trial at it that they'll hardly notice another one joining them. But we'll take a closer look at that trial another time. Thanks for watching.